Hello, hello, hello. Testing, testing. My microphone is not working. Hello? Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, can you hear me? Yes, I hear and see you. Groovy. Hi, Tiger. Hi, Evil. I'm starting early just to make sure my sound check is good. Hi, Tommy. How we all doing tonight? Good, I hope. Evil, I'm going to address you. I'm sorry that you had some issues and you lost some equipment. That sucks. That's never good. And also, Tommy, Tommy, I emailed you earlier today. Yeah, it's rough, buddy. Hang in there. Don't, Tommy, don't give up. Things will get better somehow, some way. It's life just sucks sometimes. Life just will throw you a punch. It's, hey, we're all in this together. So, but it's good. I'm not going to get on my topic yet because I did start early. I start early because I'm not sure about my sound. I want to make sure my sound is good. So I won't get on topic until 7:00. But right now we can just say, hey, how y'all doing? Happy Saturday. It was a gloomy day here today. We did get some snow this morning. It wasn't much though, but it is wintertime. So you do what you can do. Other than that, nothing really much is going on. Hi, Judy. How you doing? I haven't been putting out many videos, and that's because I have a hard time trying to find topics that haven't been shared. But I'll when I find something that interests me or I think may interest other people, I'll go ahead and share it. I'm not going to say no. I will talk about the coronavirus. It is what it is. It's not going to change my life unless I go on a cruise ship or if I go to China. But what I am doing is I'm paying attention to how it's going on in the USA. If the numbers start going up with cases of the coronavirus, then I'll start paying attention. Other than that, there's nothing you or I can do about it. Just like the Watchman said yesterday, hey, that's just the way it is. We do what we can do. We're only human, and we're not perfect either. And yeah, I'm going to smoke a cigarette instead of vaping. Like I said, it is what it is. Anyway, here in Cincinnati, it just has, man, I think we had sunshine for maybe 20 minutes yesterday. You know, it's like I'm so done with this gloomy weather. I want some sunshine. I need sunshine. Somebody share some sunshine. So, yep, WKRP in Cincinnati. Here we are live. Sorry, I can't throw out any turkeys from a helicopter. I don't fly helicopters, so I can't do I can't do that episode. Anyway, there's really news here in Cincinnati. We have a lot of how can I say this? Boneheads. We have a lot of boneheads here in Cincinnati, especially with criminals. They reported Friday we had a bank robbery, and this guy had a disguise for his bank robbery. He decided to wear some kind of a beard. It looked like extensions that women put in their hair, but this guy used extensions to make a beard. Now, when he walked into this bank wearing extensions as a beard, I mean, right off, you cannot tell me the people that were working in the bank, when this guy walked in there, they were like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, I was laughing. That was just too funny. It was too funny. What is I think dumbest criminals. That person definitely fit in the dumbest criminals. If you're gonna be a criminal, think about what you're doing. Give it some thought. It kills me. Anyway. I don't know. That's just me. That's just me. if you, I mean, wait a minute. You can't tell me that this guy didn't realize that there's cameras. I mean, they got the perfect picture of this guy too. Perfect picture. It's like, oh well. Let's see what else went on here in Cincinnati. Nothing really. I guess I live in a boring kind of town sometimes. We do have some criminal activity though. It's crazy. So, is a full moon tonight? I can't see any moon. We have too many clouds, Evil. It's too cloudy here to see anything. All right, you guys chat amongst each other. Give me a minute. I'm gonna give my wife a hug because she's in the other room. I'm going to grab a beer and we'll get the show on the road here. Hang in there. Like I said, I don't want to start my topic until 7 o'clock. Okay, Judy. We'll talk to you later. Yeah, stop back if you got time. I have no time limit on this. I'll be here for at least an hour. Stay safe, Judy. Bye. Everybody wave. Bye. All right. Uno momento. I'll be right back. Give me a minute. Okay. Thumbs up for Evil. Found a quarter today. The only thing I found today when I went out was a piece of gum I stepped in. I hate when that happens. I spent a quarter, I'm broke. I know that feeling, Prairie. Oh, Lordy. So what else is new with everybody? Anything? Anything interesting? Tried to get my cats in here, but they're not, they're taking a nap. I thought for sure Merlin would come in. We'll give him time, see what happens. So are you doing okay, Evil? I didn't leave a message on your video, but I know what would happen. Right. That sucks. So what else? Hey, put your comments up there because I'm reading them. I'll respond what I can. Yeah, I understand that, Evil. I'd be bumming too. That truly sucks. It's like you're starting all over again. How many years you had stuff and all of a sudden you lose it? That's a big punch in the gut. That's for damn sure. I'm glad you're here with us, though, Evil, and Tommy. I'm glad you guys showed up. I was getting ready to ask that question too, Prairie. Hey, it was new, Evil. Your trike was new for you. That's a shame. Oh, you lost your quad too. Damn. That was big ass fire, Evil. How'd the fire start? Did somebody start it, or I mean, do you have any idea what happened? Oh, cats are good for that, Evil. My older cat chews on my wires. I am not. I could show you the wire that I have plugged into my laptop. my older cat has chewed the wire up so much I've had to put duct tape on it because I don't get it. He just likes to chew on the wires. It aggravates me. Well, that's good. You didn't lose everything, Evil. What Evil was it? It was in the shelter. Evil, that shelter that you kept all your stuff in. Is that where the fire was at? Wow. Okay. Damn, we save up and buy stuff that we like and can lose the shit in a day. That's messed up. Okay, so let's get on. Yeah, it was portable garage thing to pop up. Okay. All right, Evil. Right, right. Thanks, Morning. Morning. I started early for a test. I needed to have a sound check. Morning, I started early for sound. I want to make sure my sound is good. Okay, I haven't got on the topic yet, though, Morning. I do have a topic tonight. Or I could wait a few more minutes. Oh, you're building on your property. Cool. Okay. Tiger said start. All right. The topic that I'm going to share tonight is called the police and military when shit hits the fan, friend or armed foe. Now, this is an email that was sent to me. Once again, I don't act like I know everything, but I'm gonna try and read this. I'll do ab lib with it, but I just want to share this email that I got. So it starts off: preparing to survive in the post shit hits the fan world is challenging. More than anything, we have to realize that we're preparing blind. We don't know what sort of disaster we're facing or what post-disaster world is going to look like. So, what as preppers, as we prep and prepare for whatever may come about, the point is we don't know what's going to hit us. We have no idea. It can be a tornado. It could be, well, we don't get typhoons here, but it could be any type of natural disaster, or it could be a man-made disaster. Corona. Anyway, Therefore, we must prepare for the worst. And I was told this years ago. Something happens to you, make it the worst scenario that you can think of to prepare your mind for that. And if it doesn't get that bad, your mindset is good to go then. If that makes any sense. Think of the worst, prepare for the worst, and if the worst does not happen, you're going to be okay. But if the worst does happen, you're already prepared for it. Okay. In this letter, it also says there is a wide-ranging assumption that the public servants will abandon their post. I would have to say that this assumption is totally unfair. The person that wrote this said they live in a hurricane zone, and this person is a city employee. So, as far as city employees and workers go, it states that they're required to agree that they will stay on the job if a hurricane, tornado, whatever hits, any catastrophe hits. They're saying that they're required to stay on the job. Here's my question. If something goes that bad, would you stay on your job or would you go home to your family? That's my part, because I'll tell you right now, even being ex-military, I did whatever. You know what? My ass is going home. What are you going to do? Fire me? So he goes on talking about your worst case scenarios. What about in the wake of EMP or other grid destroying event, which would result in a true breakdown of society and the banking system? A situation where they would no longer be paid to do their jobs. Now, there's a good one. The banking system. The banking system falls. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're not getting paid. You're not getting paid. Are you going to stick around and serve your job, your boss? That's a difficult question. For some, their positions probably wouldn't exist anymore. But the real issue here is emergency workers and law enforcement officers. Key words there. Emergency workers and your law enforcement. If that banking system falls, your emergency system people and your your cops, are they going to stick around? Are they going to try to keep peace and not get paid? I don't think so. I wouldn't do it. No. Now that's, as I said, this is just, it's just that scenario. You can make this scenario into whatever you want. We would greatly need services of these people. Whether they're your emergency firefighters, police, if you want to go military, that's that's fine too. The question is, how many would stay on the job, or would they abandon their job to care for their families? If you were in that spot, what would you do? Personally, myself, I would take care of my family. I truly would. Even being ex-military, and the thing is, if you're overseas and you're military and shit hits the fan, you're screwed because you can't get home. You are in the hands of the government. You can't get home. If you're National Guard here in the U.S. and you're stationed here in the U.S. and shit hits the fan and your unit is called out for, okay, let's use Katrina. Katrina is such a perfect example. Would you go to those neighborhoods and protect the people? Or if they turned around and called martial law, would you go in there and take away weapons? Because you have to remember, if martial law is called on us here in the United States, that Constitution goes out the window. There's nothing you can do. So you literally will have to fight to protect yourself. So that's, I'm just sharing. I'm sharing my comments, and I'm sharing what I'm reading from this email. But it's time that everybody wakes up. Don't stick your head in the ground. Don't act like an ostrich. Okay, so the next part of this topic is the cops who stay on the job. Police officers tend to be highly disciplined individuals. I kind of choke on that one. Much like soldiers. I'll trust a soldier before I'll trust a freaking cop. In fact, many start out as soldiers, then move to law enforcement when they get out of the military. But you know what? I did do a drive along with a police officer, and he was ex-military. And I did an 8-hour ride along with this officer. And he knew all the places to stop to smoke a cigarette or just hide. He told me he didn't, because downtown Cincinnati, yes, we have prostitution. And they're not midgets either. But anyway, it's like he didn't care. He did his 8-hour shift, went back to the headquarters, did his paperwork, and that was it. So there's a lot of things that's not healthy for you, Comet Moon, but that's, it is what it is. Anyway, so as such, there's a large people with high regard for the law. And there's also a few bad apples. But despite the story saying otherwise, there aren't many of them. I think the good cops would stick around and help as long as they could. And as things get worse, I think that the police officers are going to say, you know what, my ass is going home. So those who stay on the job will be considered. What happened? Stop. My other laptop just acted stupid. Couldn't download some updates. There's that damn midget porn again. Okay. Seriously. Technical difficulties. I don't want the book. Would you stop? All right. Those who stay on a job will be considered with maintaining law and order in the worst of circumstances. They will also be subject to the politicians who are still in place over them. Once again, you're politicians. This means that if those politicians declare martial law, they will most likely enforce martial law. Unless they believe that to be an unlawful, keyword unlawful, order. So, next, he states, this could get sticky as we saw during Hurricane Katrina. Declaring martial law would probably mean they would be confiscating guns as well. Okay, morning. That would put the police in a position of appearing to be the enemy in the eyes of any Second Amendment supporter. Whether or not they actually become an enemy would depend on you and other gun owners and how they would react. That's what I was saying earlier. If you get that knock on your door during martial law and they say, we're here to take any type of weapons you have, specifically guns, and you try to fight back, I don't know. If you use force to reject this order, they're going to use force on you. Okay, now this is a new word for me, and I will type this word in. I did look it up today, and it is a real word. But that is the word he used, uh, saying that the police that do follow this, they're de facto, I guess that's how it's pronounced. But you can look that word up. I looked it up. So, the next part of this conversation is the cops who abandon their posts. Cops that say, fuck it, I'm going home with my cheese poofs. So, what happens to those police officers? Okay, some police officers may choose to abandon their posts, especially if they feel that their families are in danger. Danger, Will Robinson. If anybody remembers Lost in Space. In that case, the question is what they will do to protect and care for their families. Just like anybody else. I am going to protect and care for my family. Fuck you. I'm just saying. In that case, well, there are few bad cops. I don't know if I agree with that statement, but you got your bad cops out there too. While there are a few bad cops out there, there is always the possibility that a cop will turn bad in such circumstances. A cop will turn bad in certain circumstances. That means Katrina. No power, grid down. Shit has hit the fan. And a cop could stay in uniform, showing his badge, toting his gun. Oh, I can't show a gun. Where's that? Here's my gun. I got a finger gun. And be a total asshole. Should that happen, the police in question would be extremely dangerous. That's a good point. You got the bad cop, stays in uniform, tries to tell you what to do. How do you know if that cop's being honest with you? Don't know. Just saying. Okay, it would be their duty in such a case to stand up against the police. But here's the problem. How do you tell if what the cops are doing is in the public interest? How do you know? Let's say there's a couple of cops walking around that are bad cops. Let's go with 3. 3 bad cops are walking around. They're in uniform. Shit's hit the fan. Power grid's down. And they're walking around acting like they're trying to help people. But they're really stealing from people. So if you call the police out, what do you do with them? It would be our duty in such a case to stand up against the police. But But there's the problem. How do you tell if what they're doing is in our interest, or as us, the people? So we need to be sure that they are enemy before we treat them as the enemy. Okay, so it goes on now to the National Guard. How do you deal with the National Guard? If military forces are called out to help gain control, it'll be the National Guard first and not the active military. U.S. law prohibits the use of U.S. military forces within the borders of the United States. Even if it's politicians in high places wanted to use the regular army, it's doubtful that army officers, all of whom are known prohibition in the law, would allow it. But state governors, now here's the deal. State governors can call out the National Guard. To help law enforcement in maintaining law and order. It's not unusual for this to happen in the case of natural disasters. So expect that to happen if true shit hits the fan scenario occurs. So it goes on to say National Guard forces and U.S. Army Reserve soldiers and formations which are owned by the governors of several states. They serve a dual role. Both as state-owned military forces and reserves for the federal forces. If called out in a disaster situation, they could serve either to support law enforcement or to provide disaster relief. In either case, they will be armed. Period. So when martial law kicks in, we lose our rights, but your police and your military, your National Guard, they are the ones with weapons. Don't give up your weapon. So, that is with the National Guard. Now let's move on to the UN troops. And what do you think UN troops would do? UN troops basically aren't American people. They're of all nationality. Hi, Sean. How you doing? I can't. But anyway, so UN troops. Of all the options, UN troops are the most dangerous. Any decision to use UN troops would have to be made at the federal government level. Were such a decision to be made, these troops, which would be brought in to help maintain civil order, would not be American troops. I just said that. UN is not American troops. If the UN was to be called in for a shit hits the fan scenario, they They don't give a fuck. They would be unfamiliar with our culture other than what they have seen in movies and unfamiliar with our laws. But the UN troops aren't taught. The UN troops are just taught you go in and take care of whatever they're told to take care of. Period. UN troops can be armed. To these troops, a firearm confiscation order would seem perfectly reasonable, especially when you consider that they would probably come from a country where they don't enjoy our Second Amendment. Period. There would be no appeal to them on the grounds of our Constitution. That's why our government would use the UN or the UN troops if it came to that. If it came to the government calling UN troops in, then you know shit's really fucked up. So, saying that, should this happen, refusing an order to turn over your guns would be dangerous. The only thing that would protect any of us is the fact that there is no federal gun registration. Even so, there are states which require a permit to own guns, as well as concealed carry license, which I think a lot of us have. That would give them a starting point for where to look. And I've said that. I went ahead, I fought with myself for, I want to say maybe 5 years, maybe 6 years, on should or shouldn't I get a carry conceal. And I truly did think about this. It's like, do I want to? Should I? But then I thought about it. If the government's going to go and find a list of people, guess what? I'm on a list already. Anybody that's been in the military is on that list. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go ahead and get my carry conceal, which I did. I don't want to use the word protective, but I got my ass covered. I leave the house every day with my handgun. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Even so, there are states which require the permit to own guns, blah, blah, blah. That would give them the starting point, as I said. And it would, because all they got to do is pull those records up. Oh, these are all people that were in the military. These are people that have carry conceal license. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you, whatever state that you live in, you can Google how many people have carry conceal. I guarantee it. All you got to do is Google your state, and it'll probably give you a number of how many people in your state have a carry conceal license. Okay, before I go on, I need to take a break. And you guys keep chatting. This is Wolfang. Yes, I'm live. I will step away from the microphone time to time. Stick around. I do have a lot more to share here. Give me a break. I'll be right back. I saw it was a two-door black car. I was freaking out because this car just hit me and didn't fall, but it just kept on driving past and didn't hit me. I 100% believe that car didn't hit me, and we got no way to drive home
Or has anybody else experienced this? I don't have no explanation. All introduction questions. I've also got pushed from that universe into this one. Maybe not. I don't know anything about this stuff, but nothing else makes sense. After the ninth one, now we have the passengers. This one came from Mark of Shame on Reddit. For some reason, this one felt pretty real to me. They said, driving home on a storm day, I see that the side road up to the local golf course is blocked off by flashing barricades. I also spied a Mercedes car past the barricade with its hazards on. I stopped and walked up to the car to see if it needed help. I'm an EMT. I shine my light into the backseat to see a man slumped over, completely asleep. Thinking I've got a few drugs, I move the driver window and run on the glass and shine my light in. The driver is sitting upright, unmoving, staring straight ahead. I look over at him, or light doesn't force him to blink, flinch, or move. I look over and the passenger is slumped forward onto the dash. It's beginning to freak me out. I pull out to the sheriff's station and request a code 2 unit up to my location to help me check them out. The doors are locked. I walk back to the truck and get my go back. As I'm on the phone with dispatch, she asks me to get a license number for the car. Just as a PG&E cherry picker truck comes rolling down from up the closed road. I move to go around the truck to get the plate number, and his car is gone. I talked to the driver of the truck, and he said there was an 18-foot tree down the yeah, for at least a day or so. So the question is, where the hell did it go? Tree on my barricades and the other to get me to get
Alrighty. So now I am talking about National Guard and what may happen during shit hits the fan. Or not National Guard, I'm sorry. The UN. If the UN is brought in. So regardless of the Pacific situation we would end up encountering, chances are that any police or military force which were still in operation would be there as part of whatever government managed to survive. Whatever government management survives. Unless such forces decide to go rogue, we can count on them being there to help. Really? Can you count? Who are you going to count on? I wouldn't count on the government for shit when shit hits the fan. That's why we do these channels as preppers, so we can share information. So we can share information. That doesn't mean they'll be our friends, though. Unless you know them personally, they will look on you with suspicion. Just like everyone else will. Anyone carrying a weapon openly will be a suspect. That doesn't mean that they'll harass you, take away your weapons, fire upon you, or arrest you. It just means that they will be watching to make sure that you aren't a problem that they need to deal with. So, I digress. Prepare yourself for whatever situation you can think of. Just think outside the box. Damn it. Think outside of the box. We are free people.
initial message that I
The government doesn't want us to be free, but we are free people.
40 seconds or so with me talking to some guy.
Comet Moon, I truly don't think Yellowstone is going to go off in a while. I don't think it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna go off while I'm still alive. Now, Comet Moon, you can mark my words. Yellowstone is not going to blow within the next 5 years. Write that down. I will say it again. Yellowstone is not going to blow in the next 5 years. It's not going to happen. Write it down. And then if I'm wrong, you can throw it in my face. I'll have no problem with that because I just stated it here live that Yellowstone's not going to do anything in 5 years. But Wolf, how do you know that? It's called a gut feeling. It's not going to happen. I'm just saying. It's not going to happen. If Yellowstone was to go off, I would pray for everybody. Here in the U.S., no. And probably don't give out my info. All right, let's. I got a little bit more here to read on this article that I've been sharing. Okay, so if shit does hit the fan, there's no more police around. The military said, "Fuck you guys, I'm out of here." And all of a sudden, they call in UN troops. What if the UN troops go around and try to confiscate not just your weapons, but they try to confiscate your food and your water, any type of supplies that you have been storing for the last however long you've been storing supplies? It says, should orders go out to confiscate any supplies that are stockpiled, it would probably be a good time to put your bug out plans into effect. In other words, get the fuck out wherever you're living. Get away from wherever mass people are, the UN is, if at all possible. Hopefully, we'll all have a cache of supplies elsewhere, so that when we lose the supplies that we have stockpiled at home, we'll be okay. So in other words, if you can afford to go out and hide food, hide weapons, hide whatever, okay, that's good. That way, if they come to your place and confiscate, take away, steal from you what you have, you'll be able to supposedly go to your stash, what you've hidden. Now, and I've thought about this, and I've seen a lot of videos on having stashes throughout, okay, I've got my spot where I'm at now. Okay, I have a second bug out, my bug out location. I may have a third bug out location. And along the way, I have stuff hidden, stuff buried, whether it's in a PVC piping or buckets. Okay. My issue with that, though, is what if you can't get to those places? So, I mean, and I say this all the time. It depends on everybody's situation. Everybody has a different situation. So, but other than that, I mean, that's it. Sherry, you're doing a crochet project. So anyway, that's that. Like I said, is the topic tonight was the police and military when shit hits the fan. Are they going to be your friend or are they going to be a foe? How are you going to work that out? It turns out we both have the same one, but instead of me hearing her voice, she doesn't have to be on foot, Sean. There's going to be, it depends. Once again, it depends on the situation. Everybody's going to have a different scenario. Everybody lives in a different setting. You know, some of us live out in the woods. Some of us have a homestead. Some of us live in apartments. You know, you don't know. You know what? Nobody can say anything until it is in your face and it truly happens. Because we don't, as humans, as people, as society, we do not practice for shit hits the fan. There's some people out there that do, but for the most part, the majority of the people do not practice for a shit hits the fan scenario. And those people are going to be lost, confused, distraught. I will say this. When things get screwed up, or you're in a situation where you see some fucked up shit, your brain acts up. Okay, I'll use a car wreck for an example. You're driving down the highway and there is a really bad car accident. You decide to pull over to try to help the people, and you get out of your car and you walk over and you see the people in the vehicle and somebody's arm is twisted behind their head. Somebody else has a chest wound. If you've never seen that type of stuff before, the process in your mind, it's going to fuck with you, period. It's gonna fuck with you. If you're not used to seeing blood, you may faint. There's a guy at work. He cannot. He sees blood. He's no good, and he has literally told me that. He panics. So, saying that, we as people, for the most part, don't take me the wrong way, but for the most part, if something terrible was to happen, how many people truly could keep their shit together to help? Right, Prairie. But I'm serious. I mean, give it some thought. You've never seen compound fracture where the bone is actually sticking up out of the arm. What are you going to do with that? How are you going to treat a person? That's all I'm saying. Shock comes in quick with people. So, anyway, I hope I threw out some information. If anybody was listening, that may be helpful. But just remember, and this, once again, this is, if shit hits the fan, if stuff goes sideways, and let's just say martial law is called into place. And I'm talking about here in the U.S. I don't know how it would be in Canada. I don't know how it would be over in France, England, Guam, any of those other places. I don't know how it would work out there. I don't know their laws. I live here in the U.S., and I do know for a fact if martial law is called on us, they throw the Constitution out the window. We have no Constitution if martial law is put into place. And if that was to ever happen, that's when the people need to band together. Period. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We got, let me sit here and do some typing and talk to everybody. Oh, shoot. I'm just going to type, hello, everybody. You know what? I do want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. I don't do the live streams that much, but I do enjoy doing it. I try to find different topics, as I said in the beginning, and it gets kind of difficult. Sean, you got to go sit in the corner. Why Sean got to sit in the corner? or is it Prairie? That's funny. Anyway. But I do enjoy chatting with you guys. And you know what? It gives you guys a chance to chat too, which is, I find that to be a plus. They've already practiced with a friend of theirs, David Gilmore. Barry Bird. Yes, during martial law, you know what? They might leave you alone if you're dancing around the campfire naked. I wouldn't arrest anybody naked. That's just not right. Oh, that's funny. Ah. Oh, there was another topic that I was thinking about sharing, and it has to do with plants. Plants, actually, what the topic was called, using plants for toilet paper. But I thought, maybe I'll bring that up some other time. Well, because first off, I cannot pronounce the plant names, but there are 3 plants that you can actually use as toilet paper, and poison ivy is not one of them. Yeah, you first, Sean. Oh, you guys are silly. Oh, morning, fire dancers. Yes. Skyclad. Skyclad around the fire. Sure you can, Watchman. You guys are killing. I'm serious. I really did read this stuff on what plants to use for toilet paper. It's a real thing. It's not poison ivy. It's not stinging needles. It's not marijuana. But there are a few plants out there that you can wipe your butt with and not have an issue. Don't make things difficult. That's funny. Burdock plant. Is that what it's called? Well, you know what? Now that I got everybody on the topic, let me look it up. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. The topic is actually called Grow Your Own Toilet Paper. I shit you not. Okay, so I cannot pronounce the name of the plants. I'm not a plant person. Botnology? What is it? What's the word? What's the word for plant people? Botnology? I say. Anyway, here is. I'm gonna type this in. It is called MULLEIN. Ornithologist, thank you. Botanist. That's it, botanist. Anyway, we're on the same page. It's a person that knows their frickin' plants. So here is the scientific term. It is spelled VERBAS. That's like, you got to say it that way. TUMTHAPSUS. Look it up. That plant that I just typed in there is good for toilet paper. Okay, on to the next one. Now, as I said, you have to look these plants up because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a scientist, I'm not a botanist. I just read stuff and I want to share it. So I'm sharing stuff with you. The next plant that I'm seeing is called, and I will type it in, that is the next plant. Look that plant up. Because some of these plants you may not be able to grow in your area, but from what I read off this article, there are a few that we can grow here in the U.S. So, okay, that was the second plant. This they only show three plants, and this last plant is spelled DOMBEYA. I guess Burgessy or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm just sharing. These are emails I get. So, just sharing information. I don't know. Maybe I'll go out this summer and go camping. I don't even know if we have these plants around here. I have no idea. And then it says, I like this. Why grow your own toilet paper? Can you really stockpile enough toilet paper to serve the needs of your family during a long-term disaster? Think about the sheer volume of toilet paper that you would need to amass to even modestly fulfill the needs of a four-person family for just 3 months. There's a lot of wiping going on. Think about it. I'm just saying. So, I don't know. Yes. But like I said, I'm just saying, I get the emails I get on different topics as far as prepping goes. I like to share some of them. I am not going to sit here and act like, oh, I know this, I know that. I don't know squat. I am learning as I go. That's why I say I'm not a doctor. I'm not a lawyer. I am just your common person with a heart that cares. Oh my God, I care. I can't believe that. Okay. Anyway, a lot of us out there do care. And there's a lot of people out there that, are willing to work with other like minded people. Um, but when it comes down to it, we need to join together as a group and help each other when we can. When we can. Stick together with your friends, family if you have family. If you can get your family on board, that's cool. But just teach each other. I don't know a lot of stuff. I know a little bit of stuff, and I know stuff that I probably can teach somebody else. But when shit hits the fan, we need to come together and work with each other, not beat each other up, not put each other down. We need to work together. I'm telling you right now. We need to work together. Period. That's all I'm saying. If you don't like to work with people, you might want to learn how to do that. Shit hits the fan. You can't go. You can't do this alone. You cannot do it alone. You might survive a month or so by yourself, but you can't do it alone. So, with saying that, I am going to sign off. Once again, thank you very much for everybody showing up. I appreciate it. This was fun. And once again, I hope I threw out some information. I don't know. I just, I enjoy doing the chat. It is kind of, I'm not going to lie. It's weird doing live chat, but I'll get used to it. Hopefully, I can get things set up the way I want them later on down the line. But thank you very much. Everybody have a good weekend. Blessed be. Stay safe. And I'll talk to you guys next weekend.